Okay, ladies, last month y'all loved my video, 12 traits of low value men. You know, the guy that never again would you ever. Side note, if you have a friend that might need a little help sharpening her man picker, send her the link to that video. I'll put it down in the description box. So not only are we ending this year, but we're beginning the new year. I personally love to end and begin everything on a positive, strong note. So today I'm gonna share with you 14 traits of high value men. This is the guy that loves you more than anything in the world, and he expresses it through kindness, consideration, respect, loyalty, commitment, and of course, as always, a good dose of humor. Because knowing what you do want is just as important as knowing what you don't want, so that you can manifest the relationship that you absolutely and positively deserve to have in this lifetime. This list isn't exhaustive, but it's a very good start, and it should help you really key in quickly on the good guy versus the one that you want to just say, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Okay, y'all, let's get started. This isn't a channel, it is a community. Come as you are, stay as long as you like. That's our philosophy. This is a respite from the outside world for women to just come, share, connect, and just have fun in a no judgy eyes environment. Please feel free to comment and share in peace and serenity. Join me in my living room every Tuesday and Friday where we dish on all things beauty, wellness, and style. I would love to have you as a part of the community. Number one, he's emotionally available to you. High value men are comfortable in their own skin. They're comfortable with who they authentically are as a human being. And because of this, he isn't afraid to be vulnerable and open to you. He understands that men are people too, with feelings and vulnerabilities and emotions. So being vulnerable isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of his own humanity. He innately knows that if the woman he's with views his vulnerability as a weakness, she's not the woman for him, and he'll move on. He does the right thing even when nobody's looking. You know those guys who make a big production out of doing good deeds or the right thing? He's not one of them. We have a well-known attorney in our community who makes a big production, giving his employees the big checks, doing big things for charities, but it's a show. And when the cameras are off and he thinks nobody's looking, there's no moral floor to this guy. This isn't the high value man. The high value man operates from a very strong moral compass that guides him to do the right thing regardless of who's looking or who's watching. It makes no difference. He has compassion for others and he extends genuine kindness. Does he hate certain groups or people just because of the way they look? Not a high value man. Is he rude to the waiter or the valet or whomever? The high value man has a level of compassion and kindness for other people, and you can see it in his everyday deeds. That's important because he's going to extend that to you as well. He knows that being born with a penis doesn't make him intrinsically superior. He affords women the same level of courtesy, of respect that he would other men. He intrinsically understands that, like himself, she has her own goals, her own ambitions, her own wants and desires out of life, and he encourages and supports that. Ergo, he's not going to expect her to be the nanny, the maid, and the chef just because of her gender, shall we say. Okay, y'all, it's time for shout outs. This is the time in the video that's one of my favorites because I can extend to you how much I truly love and appreciate having each and every one of you on board. Today, I'd like to give a special shout out to Miss Eve Jewelry, Miss Dark Skin Beauty, yes you are, and Miss Grace Buckborough. Ladies, thank you for being a part of the community. I truly appreciate having you here. And if you would like to be a part of this community, please hit like and subscribe, comment down below. I have brand new videos every Tuesday and Friday on all things style, wellness, and beauty, and I would love to have you as part of our community. He is a loyal defender. This guy is fiercely loyal to the people he loves and cares about. He steps up to defend them, he backs them up, even in the face of adversity. And he's not going to tolerate having anybody in his life who doesn't extend that same level of courtesy, respect, and kindness to the people that he cares about. He only has eyes for you. In other words, he's not a looky-loo, he's not rubbernecking, and you don't have that sense in the back of your mind of what is he doing. I've said it before and I will say it again. Men who cheat usually have a habit of doing it, and it has nothing, zero, zip, nada to do with you, how you look, how much you weigh, nothing. The high value man flat out only has eyes for you, and once he's made a commitment, he has made a commitment. We as women intuitively and intrinsically know when we can trust a guy, and the high value man is one of them. He's financially responsible and operates with a code of ethics. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's financially wealthy wealthy. That's not what we're talking about here. It means simply that he is responsible with what he has. He pays his bills on time. If he hires somebody to do a job and they do it, they pay him. I mean, how many times have we turned on the news only to see the takedown of some guy who was caught like embezzling or a big Ponzi scheme, and everybody thought he was living the high life, that he was ridiculously successful, but really what he's doing is scamming people? That's not this guy, and that's what I mean with operates with a code of ethics. He takes care of himself mentally and physically, not drinking like a fish every night of the week, smoking, doing drugs, self-destructive behavior. You don't want to hit your star to the back of somebody like that. And listen, I'm not making a judgment on addiction. I don't really... Stand by, please. Take two. And listen, I'm not making a judgment on addiction. I don't really have any visibility into addiction. I do know that that is probably a very tough road to haul. The high value man respects himself. He respects his body and he respects his own mental sanity. And so he does things to take care of that and to nourish it. Whether it means going for a run, going to yoga, listening to his favorite podcast. Do you want that kind of a positive energy in your life? Somebody who understands the importance of balance and of self-care. A man who respects himself is also going to be kind to and respect you. This one's a no-brainer, but I'm gonna say it. He doesn't lie, cheat, or steal. Flat out. He has a high level of integrity and a strong moral compass. Look, as women, we always know if there's that little voice inside of your head going, I wonder, listen to it. You're not crazy, and that's the most annoying thing when a guy says you're crazy. No, maybe I just know the shit that you're up to. The high value man you don't have to worry about. He won't hit below the belt. Look, conflict is inevitable. It just is. Oliver and I have been together 18 years. We have conflict, but it depends on how you work it out and how you navigate coming to a solution. When your guy is able to navigate a difficult conflict with calm, respect, and consideration, that is a good sign. High value men aren't hurling personal insults that hit below the belt and really hurt. They address the issue at hand and look for solutions and resolutions. They're not lodging personal mean attacks against you. They're innately generous with their time, their attention, their effort, and yes, even their money. This is a guy that recognizes when maybe you've had a hard, bad day. I'll use my own husband as an example. He's probably one of the most generous people I know. Like sometimes if I'm a little grumpy because maybe I was up all night, he will literally, you guys, come put his arm around me and say, what can I do for you today? What can I do to make your day better? And I'm not joking. So even though he's really busy, he's a lawyer, he's got a lot going on, he is generous with stepping outside of himself and saying, what can I do to make your day better? And side note, over the weekend, we watched Hallmark movies and he gave me a foot massage. He's got a good sense of humor, even with himself. The high value man isn't thin-skinned, and because he's so comfortable with himself, he has no problem laughing at himself, taking a joke, just like a high value woman. That's what makes him fun. If something doesn't go as planned, this is the guy that can find humor in it. On an interpersonal level, the partner who can make you laugh, that is worth their weight in gold. He knows what he wants and he has the confidence to go for it. He's not waffling around trying to figure out what he wants, who he is, where he's going in life. He's already figured that out and he makes a specific plan to go for it. Oliver and I met at the gym and he just came up to me and said, hi, I'm Oliver. I see you here all the time. And we became running partners. And he later told me that a lot of the other guys at the gym had come up to him and said, how'd you get her to go out with you? And he says, I asked her. What I appreciated about it was just the simplicity. I'm a very straightforward person. Like if you want something, ask for it. Don't ask, don't get. I appreciated the fact that he was just very confident without being arrogant, because that's annoying, right? And it was as simple as, hi, I'm Oliver. And finally, you guys, we've talked about all of the different traits, but here's the cliff notes. In short, he just makes you happy. It's kind of that simple. Okay, y'all, those are my 14, but if I missed anything, share them below. What is most important to you? Okay, y'all, thanks for listening. Until a couple of days from now, I'll see you soon. Bye.